Hi there and welcome back to another NJS instructional video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I went about installing this REDARC TowPro Elite brake controller in this particular vehicle, which is an Isuzu MU-X. Now in the box, we get the main TowPro itself, we get the remote head unit, we also get a pre-wired Molex, almost like a pigtail harness, and we get a 1 meter remote head connection cable. Now since we'll be mounting the remote head unit over here, in this blank switch we've got over there, and we're going to be mounting the TowPro itself on the glove box side, the 1 meter cable that comes with the box isn't long enough. So I've also purchased the 2 meter remote head connection and only realized that the Molex connector doesn't suit my particular TowPro. So I've also got a 2 meter Cat5 extension cable here. Now this will allow me to connect the remote head on the driver's side and the REDARC TowPro on the other side of the vehicle. Now to help me with the installation, I've also purchased the REDARC TowPro wiring harness kit, which suits this particular vehicle, and that contains the fuse, the diode, and everything that we'll need to wire the TowPro to this particular vehicle. Now I've also purchased from REDARC this TowPro switch insert, which suits this particular vehicle, and that'll allow me to mount this remote head unit and also ensure the full operation, so we get that click, which is the manual override for this brake controller, and it'll also give us a nice factory finish. And I'll just pop out an empty switch insert here and put this in its place. Now just be mindful which REDARC TowPro version you have. There's no major differences besides the actual connection. So in mine I've got the Ethernet connection, and on some other models they've got the Molex connection. I did contact REDARC and the only difference was due to supply part shortage. Now we won't actually be needing this pigtail harness because in the actual REDARC wiring harness kit it already contains this Molex connector. Now this video is for reference purposes only, and I do recommend you get it installed by a licensed professional. So I've removed the glove box and I've decided I'm going to mount the TowPro Elite just here on the side. So where these slots are, we can secure it to the vehicle via these two nuts. So we'll just undo them, connect the TowPro in place. So it'll look something like that. Now with the REDARC TowPro Elite, we can mount it in any orientation, and when the system calibrates for the first time, it'll learn its direction of travel, and that way it'll know when the vehicle is braking or not. Now because of that, it's very important that the TowPro Elite is mounted on a fixed location. Don't cable tie it down, don't mount it onto any wiring harnesses or anything that can move, especially when the vehicle's braking. My recommendation is to secure it via fasteners, which is why I'm going to use those two nuts available in that area of the glove box. And it will help avoid any erratic braking due to movement of the actual TowPro itself. Now I've also laid out next to the vehicle the REDARC TowPro wiring harness kit, which we're going to use to install the REDARC TowPro to this particular vehicle. Now the wiring harness consists of this blue and red wire, which will go back to the trailer plug, and I'll show you that shortly. So blue is our brake power and red is the brake signal. It also consists of this fused wire over here. So the I terminal will go directly to your battery. There's a fuse here, and this links back to the TowPro itself, that Molex connector. And we also have a ground which connects to the REDARC TowPro unit via this 4-pin Molex connector also. Now it's extremely important with this battery positive cable, which actually powers the TowPro itself, that we only connect this ring eye to the battery at the very last point of installation. Now on the trailer plug side of the harness, we've got a pre-fitted diode, which is extremely important for CAN bus vehicles, which is most new vehicles. We've also got this red and blue cable here, and these will be wired into the existing plug. So we'll remove the existing red and blue wires and fit these in place. And also the existing red wire from the plug will connect into this joiner. Now with the installation of the harness, it's very important that it's secured to fixed points of the vehicle and points that won't move, so no suspension components. Most likely the ladder frame, so the chassis, is probably the best place to secure the harness. And my recommendation is to start with the blue and the red cables and start feeding them this way forwards of the vehicle, and that way the diode won't get in the way when you try and feed it through tight corners if you were going to go the other way. Now with the red and the blue wires that go back to the trailer plug, we're going to feed them through an empty portion here in the engine bay, and then feed them through into this grommet that goes through the firewall and through to the passenger footwell. And also we'll be feeding this positive cable through that same firewall, and then connecting this ring terminal at the very last point of installation. And it's always a good idea, and REDARC have done a great job with this, to have your fuse really close to your battery source or your power source. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, but the cables that will be feeding through the engine bay, which will be the red, the blue, and also the battery positive, will be coming out through here, which will be connecting into the TowPro when it's mounted over there. Now, in order for me to mount the TowPro to those two nuts that we saw before, I'm just going to drill out the slots ever so slightly at 40 millimeters, so 4 centimeters, which is the center distance of the two nuts in the glove box. Now we're ready to begin the installation of the REDARC TowPro Elite. Now to begin, I'm going to mount the remote head unit and wire it all up and bring it out through here, and that way the driver side of the vehicle is done and we can focus the installation on the passenger side. Now I've decided I'm going to mount the remote head unit with this switch insert to this empty plug over here. So I'm just going to pop this out and place this one in position. Now with the remote head unit, you do want it in a location which is easy to access and also easy to see. And that way you can make necessary on-the-fly adjustments using the rotary knob, and also do any manual override control by simply clicking the remote head unit in. And also when you do brake, you'll be able to see the intensity of the braking, so it's always good to have a good visual access to the remote head unit as well. And you also want to find a location where the remote head unit won't be easily knocked and adjusted without you knowing. Now we're going to wire the Cat 5e cable from this point all the way through to where we'll be mounting the REDARC TowPro Elite. Now with the installation of the remote head, ensure the LED is on top and then just twist the dial all the way anti-clockwise. Now with the switch insert, I found that in this particular vehicle, that is the correct orientation. So then we're just going to grab our switch insert and just feed it through, like that. And then we get our locking nut and just secure it all the way in. And just using a 12mm ring spanner here, just tighten that nut, not too tight, tight enough. And again, just rotate your dial all the way anti-clockwise because it may have moved as you're installing that nut. And then that's your 0 position. So get your remote head dial and the 0 position which is there, and try and match it up as close as possible to that LED. So the 0 is on the top there, and then as you go clockwise, you'll dial up all the way to 10. Like that. So now that's ready to plug our cable in and then fit to the vehicle. So now our REDARC TowPro is firmly fixed to the vehicle, and that's not going to move, and it's out of the way where it won't be kicked or damaged. We've got our Cat 5e cable connected as well, so that's now connected to the remote head unit on the driver's side. We'll just tidy up the blue cable and then we'll start wiring in the 4-pin Molex connector. So I've identified a grounding point on this vehicle, and what I've done is I've just used a multimeter like this and gone from battery negative to this point and made sure that we have continuity. And this is where we'll install our ring eye terminal for the ground of the actual REDARC TowPro. So that's our grounding point complete, and we've just got the other end of the Molex cable here. So now we're going to feed our blue and red wires from the trailer plug through the firewall, and we'll connect it up into this connector. So I'm just going to set up a draw wire system with this thinner cable and tape it all up over here, and that'll assist us with the installation as we wire it along the chassis. Now I've run this cable all the way through to the front, and I'll show you that shortly. And I've just tried to follow the factory trailer harness wiring as much as possible and secured it to that as well using cable ties and any fixed points. So as a reminder, don't secure the harness to any points that move on the vehicle. Now I've given myself plenty of slack here before I've cable tied and fixed the harness. Now it's time to connect the trailer plug side, and to do this I'm just going to remove this trailer plug from its mount just to give us a bit more flexibility. So now that the electrical tape has all been removed, we're just going to unscrew pin 5 and pin 6, that's your blue and your red, and that's where we'll be connecting our REDARC harness to. Now because we've already got a blue here, we're just going to terminate it somewhere up in the conduit and just seal it off, and then this red cable is what we'll be using to join this orange cable together with. So now our blue goes into number 5, like that, and our red into number 6. There we go, and tighten the other side up as well. Done. Cover plate back on. Now in the OEM trailer harness there is this additional provision and plug which has the red and the blue wire, and that's linked back to the 7-pin plug. Now I did contact REDARC about wiring in their harness into this connector directly, however because the diode which has the orange cable and then joins into the red cable can't actually be accommodated, they still recommended to go directly into the 7-pin trailer plug harness. So now that our trailer plug is connected into the REDARC harness and all taped up, I'm just going to cable tie any slack. And as you can see, I've routed the cable all the way up through the engine bay, through the gap that was over here, secured it, and our next step is to feed it through the firewall. Now before we feed the draw wire through the firewall, I'm just going to grab the other end of the positive cable, so note it's not connected to the battery, and I'm just going to add it to the draw wire. So I'm just going to tape it up, and that way it's just the one instance where I go through the firewall into the passenger footwell. So using a coat hanger and this draw wire, I've punched through the firewall grommet, and we have our battery positive cable, and we also have our red and blue cable. So that will connect into the Molex connector, and then we'll connect it into the TowPro. And this is just the view from the engine bay. So these are our battery positive cable, again don't connect it till the very end, and our red and blue cable that go back to the trailer plug and through the firewall to the REDARC TowPro. So here are our 3 remaining cables, and it's just a matter of connecting them into the Molex connector over here. And pin number 1 goes our red cable, and in pin number 2 goes our blue cable. Like that. And last but not least, our black, which is battery positive, goes into pin number 4. And also don't forget to put the retaining clip as well. Like that. So now the TowPro is all wired and all connected up, and I've just cable tied any excess length in those cables. Now I've tidied up all the wiring and put the fuse in an easy to reach location, so it's easy to replace should it ever blow. So now that everything has been connected, we're at our last point where we connect the battery positive ring to the battery itself. Now I'm going to install the ring terminal onto this stud over here. Now just be careful with your tools. When you undo and redo any side related to battery positive, make sure your tools don't touch anything that's grounded. Now where we've punched in the cabling through the firewall grommet, we're just going to use some Sikaflex 291 just to seal it up around that cable to make sure no water can get in. So now that our TowPro is completely wired in, we should be able to press the remote head unit and we should be getting a blue LED pop up like that. Now because we don't have a trailer connected to the vehicle as such, we're not going to be getting any other signal besides that blue LED appear. So the final step is we'll connect it up to a trailer with electric brakes or a camper van or whatever it might be. Make sure that it's all functioning. Now the TowPro will go about its first time calibration, and if you want to know more about how that works, check out the video in the link above. So now that our camper trailer is connected with the electric brakes, you can see that the TowPro is going through its first time calibration process. And we haven't even driven the vehicle yet. So let's go for a drive, let the system calibrate, and that'll give us the full functionality of the REDARC TowPro. So there you have it. That's how we went about installing this REDARC TowPro Elite in this particular vehicle. I hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell notification icon. Thanks for watching.